What's going on YouTube? Ichi here. We're back with another video. It's been a while, but it's good to see you guys again. And sorry if I sound a little sick, because I've been sick lately, so I guess you can kind of hear it in my voice. So yeah, sorry about that in advance. And yeah, back another drawing video. Just finishing up my my piece here that I worked on last time between my two characters here. And yeah, just filling in the shadows here. It's a little bit too light. I go over it with a darker ink because there's a lightning bolt in the middle between these two, so like the shadow generated from the light source, that's what I'm replicating here. So the left side of his face should be much darker to help emphasize the contrast between the flash of the lightning. There we go. I'm going over it with a darker ink. But yeah, guys, the video's late too, because I've been dealing with going through a lot of stuff lately, a lot of personal stuff. So you gotta excuse me for that. I've been trying to be more consistent with my uploads. So thank you guys for being patient, sticking around with me, and welcome to the new people to the channel. It's good to see new faces. And yeah, oh yeah, I gotta say this in regards to Inktober. I will not be participating in that this year, because last year it was an ordeal between the drawing and the editing and work. I just didn't have all the time to do it all. Excuse me. And then editing each video and getting it ready for upload was a hassle. So I can't do it this year. Sorry guys, I just can't do it. Maybe next year. But yeah, working on Yosef here. Filling in his dreads. Yeah, it's too light. Whoops, sorry about that. That's my phone. Very unprofessional of me not to turn off my equipment, personal devices. But yeah, it's too light. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I go over it again with a darker ink. But honestly, there should be way more shadow in this picture, but I'm a little scared to use more black, because if I get the if I put the shadows in the wrong place, I can't get rid of it. I'm stuck with it. So that's why I'm very hesitant to go crazy with the black. I need to practice that more, using a lot more blacks in the picture. Because too much ink would just destroy the whole picture. You gotta have a good balance. And then you got to use the black in the right places, otherwise you'll lose the overall structure of the face and everything. But yeah, I gotta work on that more. But yeah, I had fun doing this. Just wish I had time to draw more. I'm using a what do you call it? It's a whiteout tool. Excuse me. A whiteout tool that you shake it and you squeeze it, and the whiteout fluid comes out from the other side of it. Not weird at all. But the white the whiteout stuff comes out. You use it. Excuse me. But yeah, it's a tool. I see artist, what's his name? He's American. Jim Lee. There you go. Jim Lee uses this in his drawings when he's doing demonstrations, and like he'll just like have a like he'll take like a bunch of ink, maybe like a piece of paper, just spread the ink all around, like because he's, you know, he's professional, so he'll just spread the ink all around, and then like wherever he needs some white space in the picture, he'll just use that whiteout pen to cover that, and he'll just like mold and sculpt the picture that way. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing. Like I said, he's a professional. This cold was kicking my butt. I'm getting over it though. Sorry again, you know, if it's picking up on the mic, but you know, I'm gonna get this video uploaded, so gotta push through it. Yeah, I also slowed down the footage, and it's not going at a faster speed as I usually do, because one, there's more footage to work with here, and then two, I also want you guys to see how I'm drawing and not rush through it so quickly. You know, you can kind of follow along with me easier, rather than like, you know, if it's going too fast, it's hard to see what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going over it more in the darker ink, because, you know, like I said before, I'm scared to just dive in with the black, because once you put down that ink, it's there. You can't get rid of it without destroying the sketch and the image. I must be mixing colors right now. Yeah, I was mixing the tones. Yeah, that's the thing with working traditionally, like you gotta have the right tones available to you, and then if not, you gotta mix them to get the right dilution that you want, you know, because depending on which tone you want, like if you want a shadow or a hard shadow or a light shadow, you gotta get that dilution just right. Same thing with mixing like paints and colors, you know. See, like for example, look at this eyebrow. See, like I added the shadow towards the eyebrow. Like you can barely see it, his eyebrow on the right side, because of the extra shadow. That's what I mean. Like too much shadow will completely erase the sketch or the image. So that's why I'm hesitant to, you know, use it, because I'm not really that experienced in using like hard shadows. Like I said, I gotta practice that more. But yeah, it's cool. Like the lightning bolt in the middle. But yeah, there should be more shadow here. That's my grievance that I have with this picture, is that I gotta get used to using more shadows, because there should be more. It'll be way more striking if it was like mostly black, because, you know, black is like a solid color and it grabs your attention. So when you see a lot of black in an image, it's like it's really striking. Yeah, but it looks cool. Like my art style really started to develop, and it's coming into fruition. But it took like a decade, because like I said, I always drew since I was little, but excuse me, I always drew since I was little, but I wasn't really like that amazing, you know. Like I was able to draw pictures that I look at and replicate them, but like I didn't have this skill to be able to draw on my own, from my own imagination. Not yet. Like I developed that after I graduated high school and started going to college. filling in Hassan's hair. The lightning flash still carries into this bottom of the picture and on the characters themselves, so that's why I left like a white gap in his hair to kind of show the highlight from the flash of lightning. And in the shadows, trying to keep that intensity. But yeah, like, I didn't like start going at it until like I was in college, but yeah, like don't feel you have to go to art college to increase your abilities, because sometimes like it's not even worth it. Like that's how I feel in my case, because I mean I learned some useful stuff at college. I ain't gonna excuse me. I mean I learned some useful stuff. You know, some techniques that I still use now. I even learned how to use Photoshop there. So like it wasn't all for nothing, but honestly, like the things that were going on in my life at the time, like it wasn't the best choice for me personally. But you know, I went and I graduated. But you know, like just take into account your own personal situation and you know, have hindsight. You know, think what's best for you at the time, and how much do you really want something, you know, and if it's realistic, you know. Otherwise you're just going to stress yourself out and you're going to regret shit eventually. But yeah, filling in the black here on his top part of his outfit. Yeah, but this picture came out good. Man, I like the overall construction of the characters and like their anatomy and their placement throughout the piece here. I mean, at first I felt a little weird about it. I didn't really like it too much. I wasn't comfortable with it, but I stuck with it, and eventually, you know, I come to liked it. Excuse me. I got comfortable with it, and damn. Sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when you live in a high traffic area. Get a lot of street riffraff. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with the image before, but you know, eventually I just stuck with it and persevered through it, and eventually it grew on me. Adding in more shadow here. Blue moving on to Yosef. I'm looking at his dagger, Hassan's dagger. Like maybe his belt should be over it. His dagger's kind of standing out on top of his belt. I kind of imagine that, you know, he ties it over it to give it, you know, easy access. But it looks a little weird that way. I should try drawing it with the belt over the dagger, see how I like it. but I don't know. This drawn in Yosef here in the shadows. He has his lightning surrounding his body, so try to include that in the image. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see, just let me know. I'll be happy to oblige you. It may take some time, so please be patient with me, and I will get around to it. Like I said, I read all the comments. I see them. I'm aware. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I know I gotten a request lately, but I just haven't had the time to work on it. So, you know, forgive me. There's my phone again. Very unprofessional of me. PlayStation 5. Oh boy. Anyway, this piece here is wrapping up. Like I said, any suggestions, let me know. It's been good talking to you guys. This has been Ichi, and I'll see you around for the next video. Peace.